Welcome to our deep dive into a really fascinating trend that's happening right where beauty and technology meet. We're talking about the non-invasive Brazilian butt lift. Okay, so let's just start with the big question, right? The one that's basically created this whole industry. Can you really get that BBL look, but without the surgery? Is that even possible? To get why the non-surgical version is taking off, you first got to understand the original. We need to look at just how massive the surgical BBL became and the huge demand it created. So, what do people actually want? Well, it boils down to something pretty simple. They want to see results, for sure, but they want to skip all the heavy-duty stuff that comes with surgery. You know, the risks, the crazy high cost, and of course, the weeks and weeks of recovery time. All right, so with that huge demand, something was bound to pop up to fill the gap. And that's where this no-surgery alternative comes in. So, what is it exactly? Let's break down what the treatment is all about. The official name for the procedure is vacuum therapy. And honestly, it's pretty much what it sounds like. It's a technique that uses these specialized suction cups and a kind of mechanical massage to help lift, tone, and sculpt the area, all without a single incision. In this chart, wow, it really lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got full-on surgery, fat transfer, general anesthesia, the whole shebang. On the other side, vacuum and massage, no anesthesia needed. But the real kicker, the one that gets everyone's attention, is the downtime. We're talking weeks of recovery versus basically zero. It's a night and day difference. So what's a typical session actually like if you're the client? Well, it's surprisingly simple. You'll come in, have a chat about your goals, they prep the skin, and then comes the main event, the vacuum treatment itself. And get this, it's apparently comfortable enough that a lot of people just chill out and relax while it's all happening. But this brings up the obvious question, right? How in the world can suction and massage create these kinds of results? It almost sounds too good to be true. Well, let's get into the science of how it's all supposed to work. The technique really comes down to a 1-2 punch. First, you've got the suction, that's the negative pressure part, and then, at the same time, the device is delivering a targeted mechanical massage. It's those two things working together. So the theory is that this combination actually kicks your body's natural processes into gear. It's said to boost blood flow and help with lymphatic drainage, and it's also supposed to promote new collagen. That's the stuff that makes your skin look firm and bouncy. But here's the big one. The claim is that it mobilizes fat cells to help reshape the area and smooth the appearance of the skin. And this quote right here, this is really the heart of it. The idea isn't just about lifting what's already there. It's about redistributing and reshaping. The central claim is that it encourages fat cells to kind of migrate towards the buttocks, which helps create that fuller look while also smoothing things out. And what's really interesting is that this isn't usually a one-trick pony. Practitioners often mix and match it with other treatments to get even better results. As you can see here, they might combine it with something called wood therapy for more sculpting, or even add radiofrequency to help tighten up the skin. It's like a whole toolkit for body contouring. So whenever you have a trend this big, an entire professional industry just pops up around it, doesn't it? So let's take a look at who's actually performing these treatments and what it takes to become a practitioner. Now, you might look at the machine and think, how hard can that be? But, and this is a big but, the source material is really clear on this. Proper training is absolutely crucial. It's not just about getting good results. It's about client safety, understanding anatomy, and frankly, building a credible professional business. And if you want an idea of just how big this is getting, check this out. Just one training provider has certified over 3,000 graduates around the world. That single number tells you just how quickly this field is exploding. And what I find really fascinating is who's getting into this business. Sure, you've got a big chunk of existing beauty pros, which makes sense, but look at the rest. You have clinic owners adding it to their services, and then a whole group of entrepreneurs and people changing careers entirely, just jumping into this new field. It's a pretty diverse crowd. So at the end of the day, what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it seems to be that people really, really want cosmetic options that are less invasive and don't break the bank. And that powerful demand has created a booming new market, not just for the technology itself, but for a whole new profession. Which leaves us with one final, pretty big question to think about. Is this the future of body contouring?